Welcome back everybody to the ISR Project Car Sunday League. We're here for race 4 of the season, which is at the Zolder circuit in Belgium, and we have the Formula C cars as our car of choice today. So we're just starting the qualifying lap now. We're currently third on the grid at the moment. That's our provisional position, but this is our best lap of the session, so we know we can go quicker. It's just a case of how much quicker can we go. But the Zolder circuit itself is not a track I'm very keen on at all. I don't really like it that much. Today wasn't so bad when we were doing this race though, because I had previously done this in the AOR GT3 League, so I got quite used to the track, the corners, the layouts, and where I should be braking and whatnot, so I was kind of relatively comfortable with this. But we're now dropped into 4th in the standings as Keaton X has taken that 3rd place of us, so Toby, Spen and Keaton X are the top 3 at the moment, and we're on our final lap here in the closing moments of qualifying, going to try and beat that. So coming into the chicane here, this is probably one of my least favourite corners on the track. Just the exit off it, kept losing the rear end quite a few times through practice and whatnot, and as you can see there, I was quite cautious actually on the exit there, trying to get the car going straight and powering away. But we're now coming up to the hairpin now, so nice and slow corner down to 2nd for that one. You don't want to get the back end spinning because that will just spin you around completely. But we're coming now towards the final 2 corners off the lap. We're quite close to our best lap time previously, so we're going to see what we can do and try and improve that. I think we actually ended up getting quite a bit of an improvement, but we're coming at the final corner there, down the start finish straight now, and that time puts us on 2nd on the grid, so we just managed to put Spen to 2nd place there. We've got Toby took the pole, myself 2nd, Spen 3rd, Iceman 4th, Keaton X in 5th, Lenny 6th, Dougie 7th, Colin 8th, Stuart in 9th, Chuck in 10th, and my dad Stephen rounds out the field in 11th position. So we're just waiting now, lining up the grid, waiting for the lights to go out and get us underway for round 4 of the ISR Sunday League. And that's the lights out now, so we didn't really get the best of starts there compared to Spen, who got a rocket of a start from 3rd position there. He almost got enough speed to take Toby into turn 1, but he's had to slot in behind. I was quite cautious through turn 1 there. It's one of my least favourite, it's probably my least favourite corner on this track. There's just so many lines you can take and none of them ever feel right for me. But we managed to stick with them for the opening 2 laps. Around this hairpin, what I said shouldn't happen, happened. I lost the rear end and it's completely spun me around, done a 360 and joined back in front of Dougie. Now on this little right hand kink here, I let the car drift out too far left and I ended up collecting Dougie as he was going around the outside, so I hold my hands up. I told him after the race that was my mistake, and I should have really kept a tighter line. But nevertheless, now we're on to lap 3, we're 6th place behind Colin and Lenny, and Colin goes for a bit of a dive bomb on Lenny there, which doesn't quite pan out, and he takes them both off, and that's gifted me 4th position, and I now have to try and catch up with Keaton X to take that 3rd place. So it's taken me another 5 laps or so to catch up with him to get relatively close. I'm coming into the chicane now, so we go through that quite nicely, and Keaton X ends up losing the rear end on the exit, which is, like I said, one of the things I had problems with in practice. But that's gifted me that 3rd position now, so I'm going to carry on along with that. On lap 15 though, I get the first chicane all wrong, bounce over that completely and just lose the rear end, and that's let Lenny catch up. He's right behind us now, and he looks like he's got enough speed now to take us up the inside, over the hill and down into the chicane here. But we're right back up to speed straight away, right behind him. We're going to see if we can get that podium place back off him within the next lap or so. So here we are towards the end of this lap now, so we're still right behind him, almost get him up the rear there. I braked a lot later than he did, but he's still holding that quite nicely. Got a slipstream now down the start finish straight. We're going to see if our downforce differences can benefit us, and it does. Look at that, we're so much quicker than down the straight, even with the slipstream. But no, we had to yield that and let him keep 3rd position there. So on to lap 16 now. Lenny did exactly what I did at the start of the race. He lost the rear end coming out of that hairpin, and that's gifted me 3rd place back. On to lap 20 now, so Spen and Toby in the pits. We're just passing Spen now as we go into turn 1, and there we go. That's why I don't like turn 1. If you get it even slightly wrong, it just bounces you across that curb, and in my case it bit back and shoved me into the gravel. Nevertheless though, I've still got 2nd place off Spen, even though he has pitted and I still have to pit. On lap 25 though, despite them pitting in, I just had so much more pace than they did, even on these worn out tyres, and managed to catch up with Toby there now, and I'm looking to make a move around the outside and get that 1st position off him. and that's what I have done, but I missed my braking a little bit. Ended up bouncing over that over that curb there. I did cut the corner, but I didn't really gain much time. It'd been the same either way. But until lap 27, I come into the pits for a mandatory pit stop. Need fuel anyway. These cars wouldn't be filled until the end of the race. And on lap 28, I come out in 3rd place. Lap 33 though, and this is where it all goes wrong. The game ends up disconnecting on me. Got disconnected from those servers, and that's me. Lost my podium, so I was not pleased about that one bit. There's not much you can do, so on now to round 5, which will be, not what it says there, it'll actually be Bonza, and I shall see you all for round 5 of the championship. Thanks so much for watching.